about weeds, and they don't follow the path that we necessarily tell them to. They have their own DNA.
They don't do what we do. They
Yeah.
don't tell us what we tell them to do.
Yes.
Not at all.
So I'm excited to get into that and talk about your new book, How to Grow a Business Like Weed. Let's start at the beginning, inception of the book. You see this weed growing in the highway while you're driving in Southern California. You make this like connection to, okay, you start imagining this is like how weed should build. This businesses should start building and growing like weed. Tell me about the process from that moment to when you decide, oh, this needs to be a book. Take me
Well, I
along
mean,
that
I
journey.
should share that story because it's,
Yeah.
it's a cool story. There I was. I'm a cartoonist already, right? And a marketer. But I was driving down the freeway, and it was the Santa Monica Freeway in LA. And it's a lot of concreted tires. I mean, it's 12 lanes on either side and a 40-foot wide median. It's all concrete. But of course, concrete cracks. I saw something that we all have seen millions of times in our life. That's a dandelion or some other weed growing out of a crack. Like they'll occupy the whole crack in the concrete. I don't know, how do they do this, right? So I'm driving by and I see it in just an instant, but I'm thinking, how on earth are they pulling that off? Because there's no pine trees growing out of the cracks, or I don't know, daisies or any other polite plant. They aren't growing out of the cracks in the concrete in the middle of freeways, for crying out loud. But weeds do that, and they just, how on earth do they do that? But then we know how they do that. We've seen dandelions pop those seeds out. They fly around everywhere. We've helped them along, we blow those seed pods, but they blow around and they fly around and they probe every possible opportunity to take root, which is very entrepreneurial of them, right? I mean, so it kind of goes both ways. Entrepreneurs are total weeds, but weeds are total entrepreneurs, really. And so they're probing everything, every possible opportunity. And when they find it, boom, they make a living right there. And they run their process. Again, as I'm driving by, I'm just thinking, wow, look at this thing. It looked happy. It was those happy yellow flowers and the seed pods, and the seeds are blowing around because it was kind of windy or let's say turbulent because the cars were going by. That's also just admirable because it just found whatever conditions it found, and it's making a go of it. I mean, like really making a go of it. It's not sitting there saying, I don't think. They don't have brains, but I don't think they're sitting there saying to themselves, well, this really sucks. I really wanted to live at the beach, not the middle of a freeway, and then get depressed about it like we would. All these things, I'm just thinking, wow, look what this thing is doing. This thing's amazing. I wondered, well, what is it that makes weeds so special? Or do they have a model that they all follow? And if there is it something that we can follow in our businesses? And it turns out, yeah, all of them follow the same model. And not only is it a model that we can use to grow a business, I think it's actually sort of the theory of everything about growing anything. So you could apply it to your career. You could apply it certainly to, let's say, movements, or maybe even your finances. Certainly you can apply it to your business, though. And that's what was really interesting. Again, you're driving down the freeway and you see these weeds growing out of the cracks in the concrete. There's no way that an apple tree would grow there. There's no way that petunias would grow there because they don't have what it takes to be a weed. Weeds actually turn out to be a really special thing. So does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the kind of the process that you share of like, okay, here's the characteristics of the weeds that you give it throughout the book. And then you give, okay, this is how we can apply it